Hello, and welcome to the United Kingdom of Christ podcast network. I'm your host, Glenn Griego, coming to you from the beautiful Denver metro area. I want to thank you for taking time out of your schedule to join us for our Bible study session. Hope you're finding these episodes beneficial to your spiritual growth, improving your understanding of the Bible, and strengthening your relationship with our Heavenly Father. I appreciate your support because there's nothing I'd rather be doing than being here with you and studying the Bible. If you'd like to connect with me, you can follow me on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. My handle is UK_Christ. I can also be reached via email at uk.christ@outlook.com. Please feel free to call or text as well. I can be reached at 720-805-8886. Please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to connect with you and interact. So today we are starting one of the most famous portions of the Bible. Uh, yeah, it's about Joseph, if you're familiar with Joseph. If not, we're going to get into it and you're going to see exactly why it is one of the most famous stories of the Bible, one of the most famous characters in the Bible, and truly the power of the Lord and his plans and how they actually come to fruition, and how others that may try to harm us can actually put us in the places to serve the Lord where we're most needed. So I will be going, I'm still out of my own Bible that I've been writing. So just so you know, I don't use verses in my Bible. So we are going to be going through, if you're falling through in another Bible, we will be going, we're keeping it very short, but we're going verses 1 through 11, okay? So here we go, chapter 37. Joseph dreams and Israel's descendants. Israel lived in the land where his father Isaac had traveled, Canaan. These are the generations of Israel. When Joseph was 17 years old, he was pasturing the flock with his brothers, along with the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah, his father's concubines. Joseph brought back a bad report about the sons of Bilhah and Zilpah to Israel. Israel loved Joseph, Rachel's son, more than all his other sons, because he was the youngest of his sons. Israel made Joseph a tunic of many colors. Joseph's brothers knew that their father loved him more than all of them, so they hated him and would not speak to him kindly. One day Joseph told his brothers about a dream he had. He told them, "Please listen to the dream that I have had. We were binding bundles of grain in the field. My bundle rose up and stood erect. Your bundles gathered around and bowed down to my bundle." His brothers replied, "Are you going to reign or rule over us?" The brothers hated Joseph even more because of his dream and for what he had told them. Joseph had another dream and told his brothers about it. He said, "I had another dream. The sun and the moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me." Joseph told Israel about the dream he had as well. Israel harshly asked, "What does the dream that you had mean? Will your mother and I and your brothers all bow ourselves down before you?" His brothers were jealous of Joseph, but Israel kept the dream in his mind. So, like I said, keeping it very short and sweet with Joseph's story, just very concise and things that we can look at without giving away the whole story, right? Uh, Obviously, Israel slash Jacob's love for Joseph was so great. Rachel's son, as we know, Israel was madly in love with Rachel. That was his first choice of wife, even though he received Leah first. Rachel was his first choice. And as we know, Joseph was Rachel's son from her. So I can understand the animosity that some of the brothers had towards Joseph. And I understand, oh, well, they're his brothers. They just need to calm down. I understand that perspective as well. But I can also understand the jealousy. Israel made Joseph a tunic, a jacket that had many colors. I'm sure that to have that made or purchased or had one of his servants do it, it was something that had to go out of the person had to go out of their way to actually do it. And his brothers probably never received that kind of kindness from their father either, unfortunately. But the dreams, a lot of symbolism here in the dreams. And Joseph is an amazing interpreter of the dreams. It doesn't really say that he completely understands them, but it may say that we may believe that he actually understands. And Israel, because that's what he's questioned by his brothers, so they understand it. And also Israel understands it. And Israel gets upset when he tells them and he rebukes them or he harshly questions him and says, what does that mean? What do you think that your mother and I and your brothers will bow down before you? And even though Israel was not happy with what Joseph had told him, he did commit that to memory, right? So he did actually just remember, well, hey, and even though he was upset, it was still worthy because Israel knows the Lord can bring us visions and dreams, can speak to us in dreams, can show us the future in dreams as well. And that's that's really the point of this. That Israel's like, well, I guess we're going to have to come and we'll have to see. Time will tell whether or not this is actually going to occur. So, like I said, just going to keep it super short and sweet. I really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to join me for this Bible study session. Once again, my name is Glenn Griego. I am your host of the United Kingdom of Christ Podcast Network, coming to you from the beautiful Denver metro area. If you'd like to connect with me, I can be reached via email at uk.christ@outlook.com. You could also follow me on X, the app formerly known as Twitter. My handle is UK_Christ, or feel free to call or text me at 720-805-8886. Please feel free to reach out with anything. I'd love to interact with all of you. Thank you so much again. God bless.